Guys, is it possible for every single episode to get crazier and crazier? Because I feel like I'm on an emotional roller coaster right now. Like, all I know, I'm never trusting anyone named Agnes. I'm never trusting anyone named Agatha. I said it in a different episode. I was like, nope. Hey, what's up? My name is Body Queen, aka Georgia Sky, and welcome to Body Pop TV. If you don't know me, I just watched WandaVision Episode 7. I know I say this every single time, but I think that was hands down one of my favorite episodes. I don't know what's going on with the lighting. Let's fix this. I think that was definitely one of my favorite episodes. There's just so much. How can I even, oh my gosh, I just watched it. I'm trying to think of everything that happened in my head, in my mind. Let me go from the beginning. Okay, so at the end of episode 6, we saw what happened to Vision. Like, he couldn't really leave the barrier, that he has to stay in the barrier to stay alive. Also, he did see Darcy and all those other soldiers and whatnot. Darcy did get swooped in, and then everybody became clowns. So I was wondering, I was like, what is Darcy going to be when she's in this new world? Is she going to be a clown? I don't think she was a clown. And the thing is, she wasn't. She said that she went in for, like, she filled in the role for someone. But she was a character for sure. And Vision just recognized her. He was like, hey, I remember you. And he just kept following her around. And she kind of, like, pushed it off. But maybe it's because Wanda was in her head or something. And then he touched her, and then she woke up. And I'm so happy that it wasn't like how Norm was, that she woke up and she was exactly who she was beforehand. And she kind of spilled the beans. But before we even talk about that part, Wanda is at home. She cannot control anything. Like, there are things that are, like, literally glitching in the house. The boys said their games are glitching, so we see a different variety of games, like Uno, GameCube and stuff like that. And they're worried about their mom, and probably she's depressed because about Vision and everything else. But yeah, we also don't see Pietro. He's not back at the house. And Wanda says something really interesting. She says, that's not your uncle. And what I also realized, because me and my roommate watched the show with subtitles, when she was in the kitchen, there were things glitching, but we heard the news and it said, you're watching WNDA, and I was like, that's interesting, so it's basically her name. But Agnes comes over and she's like, let me give your mom some me time, come with me, boys. And I think I said it in not my last episode, but the episode before last, for my episode 5, I do not trust Agnes, and I didn't that she was spraying this dang on lilac spray on the babies, and I think it triggered them to grow up. We'll talk about Agnes later. And then Monica Rambeau says that she can, or at least figures out a way how to get into the hex. Yeah, she got some power type car. It didn't really work. But let's go back to Vision and Darcy. So Vision and Darcy, they're hanging out, but Darcy is trying to drive to their house, and Darcy's literally spilling the beans about everything, like where Vision came from, how he died from Wanda, and then also died from Thanos. And yeah, he was just definitely taken aback by all of it, taking it all in, as he should. But Darcy did something really cool. Like, she was like, no, you and Wanda deserve to be together. You guys love each other. That is real. So I think that was nice. But they had all these obstacles where it was like red light, red light, red light. But he said, Vision said that he thinks Wanda tried to control him not going home. But I think the big bad was doing that, and we'll talk about the big bad later. I was referencing the big bad in every single episode, every single one of these videos I've been talking about. So, Agnes takes the kids, and the kids are over at her house, and they're like, Billy, I think that's his name, Billy says, he's like, I like it here because it's silent. And she's like, what do you mean by that? He's like, it's really loud. It's usually loud because I think he's a telepath. He can hear other people's heads, and he probably can hear, like, that the other people are, like, trapped and that they're screaming and stuff like that, kind of like how Norm was. But he said, you, Agnes, you're silent. There's nothing going on. Yeah, just bad. just bad, bad, bad. It's all bad, bad, bad. Monica figures out a way to go through. Like, she can't bring the car in. That's her brilliant plan to drive this car through. But she can't. But she decides to walk in. And it has to be, like, such a great moment. I literally screamed. She got her powers! She got her powers. The way I screamed, and my roommate was like, you don't get it, you don't get it. She got her powers. And he's like, okay, cool. But no, it was everything. She got her powers, and I don't 100% know all of her abilities at this very second. We saw her see magnetic things, and then also we saw Wanda and her almost fight, and then Wanda tried to throw her on the ground, but she, like, you know, landed on her feet and everything. But when Agnes sees Monica, like, at her house, Agnes looks through the window, and I knew it. I was like, nah, something's up with this girl. Something's up with her. She's evil. So she takes Wanda to her house, and Wanda's like, where are the twins? And then she's like, they're in the basement, honey. She goes in the basement. Nah, this basement looks scary as hell. Scary. And I mean, listen, I get it, they're your kids, but if I didn't have any kids, I wouldn't have gone in there. Agnes is Agatha Harkness. Agatha Harkness. Agnes. She basically just put both the names together. And she was like, you don't think you're the only magical girl in town, did you? And then it reveals that Agnes has been, well, Agatha, that's what I'm saying. Agatha has been controlling it the whole time. And I said it in my last video. Not the last one, but the last one when also it's shown that Agatha's colors, like her magical powers, they're purple. When she sees those babies in episode 5, she's doing her little aerobics thing, and she's spraying this purple spray, and we find out her powers are purple. She's spraying this purple spray on the babies, and she's making them age up. And then also I said in my last video, I think Miss Agnes tried to murder this dog. I shouldn't say tried to. I think Agnes murdered that dog. I think she did. But what I really did like about this episode was that they did a whole evil montage of how Agatha was controlling the whole thing. Her song was great. I really loved it. It was a really great reveal. Talk about, I think her name's Catherine. Talk about having a really great character. That is amazing. I don't know if she's 100% the big bad. I mean, that's how it's seeming so far. But I mean, a lot of us are saying Mephisto was coming back. We don't know. Well, coming, because it says in the comic books that he's revealed as a fly first, and we saw there was a fly. So we saw the fly, and then there were like symbols on like the stones and everything else. So I don't know. I am excited. I'm so happy not Wanda, but I'm so happy that Monica got her powers. I'm happy we know who Agnes is. I'm so happy that my theories were right not to trust this lady. Oh, and then also Pietro, he goes, oh, we got an ending credit in this episode. And so Monica, thank God, she decides to follow Wanda, and then we see Pietro, and he's like, Snooper's gonna snoop. So I'm guessing, obviously, Pietro, we found out that Agatha brought Pietro to this world of WandaVision. So we don't know if he's being controlled by Agatha or they're like together. I don't know. But I'm just so excited. I don't even know what to think or what to feel. And the fact that they figured out that this is all for Vision, that they were trying to a little bit put him back to life, but obviously the only way they were able to do that was well, not they, but the only person who was able to do that was Wanda. That was such a good episode. It's crazy when the things that you predict happens in the show. And I was saying to my roommate, because when I whole thing about Agatha happened, I was like, I told you this girl was evil. And I don't even know. I watched, and also I'm super excited. I wish that this episode was an hour long. I thought we were going to get an hour-long episode, but we didn't. If this is how Disney Plus is going to do their Marvel shows, then I'm with it all the way. I love it all the way. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm so spooked out by Agatha because there was just things that she said. She'll always be like, "You're the star of the show," or in episode 5, she was like, "Do I need to take it back? Do like?" She kind of made it seem like Wanda was in control, but she's obviously in control. There was a whole mind control moment too, but that also makes sense. Like we saw in this episode, like Wanda kind of losing control, but Agatha is really in control. And I can't believe she even admitted that she killed Sparky, and I was like, I knew it. But I said it in the episode 5. I'm like, Agnes, how the hell are you coming to their house with a dog house? And how did they get this dog? You know, all the things. And it makes sense for even last episode. How the heck is it that there's a theory that the people closer to the hex, the barrier, that they can't move, but somehow Agnes made it there, but she can just boop, move and drive back. It's just crazy. It's really, 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 really crazy. And I don't know what Disney Plus is going to do next. Like, I'm excited to see how when Wanda steals Vision's body, can't wait to see that from her point of view. I'm super excited. I feel like I can watch the episode over and over and over again. I loved it. Oh, the commercial. The Nexus commercial, it was saying like, ooh, which means the Nexus thing means like you have different realities within realities, which is what WandaVision is, a reality within a reality. And so it was saying, take this medication. It's an antidepressant for when you can't face the truth or whatever, something like that. So basically that's what this is and whatnot. I'm not gonna lie, I'm slightly creeped out, but I love it. That's all I'm gonna have to say because that's all that I can think of at this very second, at this very moment. If you've seen this episode and obviously you've watched this video for so long, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new to my channel. I want to know what you think. Write it down in the comments. Talk to me, please. Oh, it was such a good episode. But I hope you guys have a good day. I will see you again next week for episode 8.